Hi everyone, welcome back to my video. My name's Deb, this is my video channel, Giggy on Gower. Today I thought I'd talk about Christmas and how we celebrate Christmas and what we do, what we like, and I thought it might be interesting because obviously as a collective, I think here in Britain, you know, we all tend to imagine that we all celebrate Christmas the same way, and we don't all celebrate Christmas the same way. And what I mean by that is, yeah, I was watching a video of Busy Bee Marie. She's in America, but she comes from Britain, and she was saying that they always used to open their presents in drips and drabs over the course of the day. Some people get up in the morning and open all their presents. Some people don't get presents on Christmas. For example, we lived in Holland for a good few years, and Christmas isn't really a big thing in Holland. Yeah, they do celebrate Christmas, but actually they have Sinterklaas, which is St. Nicholas, and they celebrate on the 5th of December or the 4th of December, 4th or 5th of December. And even those who do celebrate Christmas would only really start their Christmas preparations after the 4th or 5th of December. And even when we moved away from Holland, we still did that for a good few years. We wouldn't put our Christmas tree up until at least the middle of December. However, it's quite a busy season for us because my birthday is 1 week before Christmas and my daughter's birthday is a week and a bit after Christmas. So we have to prepare. We do have to prepare, particularly when we want to do something for our birthdays as well. Typically in the past, we've always gone as a family to the cinema, and even as I don't think we'll go this year because River, who's my grandson, he's only one. He hasn't been to the cinema yet and he won't be able to go. So we probably won't do that this year. But as a family, as a whole family, and speaking of my family, that's what I wanted to say. Just excuse these things. I'm sitting in a different place because my living room is full of kitchen things. These are conker peelings, which I read somewhere or I watched something that said if you put conkers or conker shells on your windowsills, that it deters the spiders. So I want to deter the spiders, so I've put them on there, but I don't think it works because I'm sure there's a bit of a cobweb, but I'll clean it. I'll put it back there for now. And you might see that I've got these leaf stickers on the window. Can you see? My granddaughter wanted to know why I still got autumn in my house and I haven't changed it to Christmas yet, because she thinks, well, after Halloween it's Christmas now. So I was saying that we typically go to see a film, which we won't be doing this year, but we do. Speaking of things that we do in the lead up to Christmas, how we celebrate is we usually have a list that we watch every year, and we have for autumn as well. So let's say it's our Christmas list. I'll read them off my phone. So on our list, I'm going to put my glasses on. On our list for our Christmas films, I've got Love Actually. Excuse my hair. Love Actually, Little Women, The Muppets Christmas Carol, and then we've got the Alistair Sim Christmas Carol, which is called Scrooge, I believe. That's quite good. We watch that every year. And then more child-friendly and childlike films. We've got Rise of the Guardians, excellent movie, animated but really good. A Charlie Brown Christmas, which is so sweet. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And then for really small children, like my grandson's age, we've got Stickman, The Gruffalo Child, The Snowman and the Snow Dog. Yeah, he's already started he's watched The Gruffalo Child already, and he says Gruffalo, and then you've got to find it. So yeah, they're the movies. We don't do too many. We don't plan to do too many, because I do believe in living by routine, and I do believe in planning, because otherwise if you don't, then you say, oh, what should we do, what should we watch, what should we think? But if you've got a list, then you just say, oh well, today's the day for this, or so that's what I like. I find that makes things easier in my mind. So they're the movies I've got on my list. They can be added to, they can be, we don't need to watch all of them, but they're kind of the ones that we typically watch year after year after year. And then also things that we plan to do and usually do every year. First of all, before I go on to that, I just want to say who I'm talking about when I talk about we. And it'll make sense when I talk about buying things for Christmas in a little bit. Well, when I talk about we, I'm talking about my immediate family. So we don't have a big family. We have my husband, myself, and my 2 daughters. That's our core family. My one daughter has a husband, so that's my son-in-law, and a younger daughter has no partner, and she's not married. Sorry, Kate, if I'm telling the world your business, but so, and then my elder daughter, who has 2 children. So that's our core family, and every year they come to us at Christmas. They only live 10-15 minutes down the road, and we see them all the time. But my son-in-law's family lives away, like his parents are split up, and his mum lives in Cornwall and his dad lives in the north somewhere. So he rarely sees them at Christmas. So every year they come to us. I've asked them, I mean, it's not that I force them to come to us, they choose to come to us, and they're welcome to have Christmas at their own house if they want, but they don't. They want to come to our house because I guess they like it. So yeah, so that's what we do. So that's what I'm talking about when I talk about we. And then typically at Christmas, well, not typically, but this year at Christmas, my mum will be coming, because this year she sadly lost her partner. So she hasn't been for the last few years because her partner wasn't well, and he wasn't well enough to come to our house, and so she's been with him for the last few years. But as I say, sadly he passed away this year, so she will be coming to us this Christmas. And my mother-in-law is single as well. Let's say they're single, it's not they're single and ready to mingle, they're in their 80s. So, and typically my mother-in-law goes to my brother-in-law's house, my husband's brother, and they live near London or somewhere. But they're moving house this year, and they will have only just moved. When it's Christmas time, and my mother-in-law hasn't been well either, so she's coming to us. So it's going to be our core family, and then my mum and my mother-in-law, which, yeah, that'll be nice. And that's what we're doing this Christmas. So yeah, so anyway, I'll move on now and talk about activities that we usually do before Christmas. Similarly with movies, we plan a few, and we might do more if something else comes up, but we don't plan too many things, because it is a busy time of the year, and I do tend to get a bit overwhelmed with a lot of people. So when I say I'm an introvert, I think there's nothing about me that's not introverted. Like, I get all my energy from being alone. I love people. I like chatting. I like going out, but I can't do it too much because otherwise I'll be exhausted. I'm not a little wimp, but that's how I feel. So anyway, the things that we do, we always go for a walk. We plan a Christmas walk. In my last video, you will have seen that we live quite close to the beach, so often we go to the beach. It depends what the weather's like, not when it's raining with the children, but we go to the beach sometimes, or we've got lots of woods in our area, or we'll plan a walk. And so that's one of the things that we do as a family, which is always lovely. Also this year we've planned to go on a light trail, and by light trail I mean a trail in the darkness that's lit up by Christmas lights. So that's one of the things that we're doing this year. I think only my husband and I are doing that together. My daughter's going with some of her friends, so yeah, that's one of the things doing. Looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll take a video of that and I'll let you know what that was like. And then we usually go to some sort of Christmas fair, and this year we're going, my husband, myself, my younger daughter and my granddaughter, we're going to Pembroke Castle, which is in Pembrokeshire. It's about an hour and a half drive from here. So I guess you could say that's relatively local. I haven't been to Pembroke Castle for years, so I'm really looking forward to it because my kids loved it when they were young, and I think, yeah, so they've got a Christmas fair there and we're going to that. So I'll try and video. I'm not very good at video when I'm out and about, but I'll try, and so I'll show you what that's like. So that's one of the things. And also we're going to, in Swansea, they have what they call a winter wonder. They don't call it a winter wonderland, no, they call it a wonder winterland or something winterland, which is the ice skating, which that should be fun, as long as they've got one of those little penguins to push around. Ice skating, they've got a big wheel, they've got a bar, restaurants, a fair, like rides and things to go on. Usually my daughter or my husband or somebody goes with my granddaughter, because we always take my granddaughter with us because she loves doing that. So we take her with us, and yeah, it's great fun for all the family. So we'll do that too. And then what else have we got booked? Oh yeah, we're going to see the pantomime just after Christmas. We've booked to see the pantomime, which in Swansea I think is Jack and the Beanstalk. Yeah, that'll be nice. So we go see the pantomime, and yeah, that's all the activities I've planned up to now. I'm not saying I'm not doing any more, but that's what I've planned up to now. And then also there's something that we do is we usually have a little craft session. Now I've bought crafts. I think one of my videos I said that I bought crafts to do over Halloween, but we didn't do them because we kind of did. We didn't. The children did some of the things, but we didn't do them as a family as we normally would because kitchen. That's all I'm saying about that kitchen. And we just don't have space. So we're going to do some crafts, and one of the crafts I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little house out of twigs. So I'm going to get some twigs. I'm going to collect some twigs and make a little house shape, just a flat house, just a house shape. You know, those like sides with a roof, maybe some little windows, maybe stick some little bits of greenery, pine or whatever, little cones maybe on the house, on the shape of the house. Because at Halloween I bought some, I don't know how long I've had them, I bought new ones and I've got some old ones as well, little felt mice. I know that some of them I bought from Sainsbury's, and I had them on my mantelpiece, and so my grandson would come and he'd say mouse, mouse, and then he loved them. So when I put them away after Halloween, he kept on still asking for the mice. I thought, I better get some Christmas mice. So I did. And when I say mice, I mean these sorts of things. I mean, that's evidently not a mouse. It's a reindeer, I guess. Some sort of deer. And yeah, and I've got lots of these. I've got a whole bunch of them, which I've collected from all sorts of places. B&M Bargains, The Range. Where else? B&Q, which was from B&Q. Was it this one? I can't remember where I got each one. But anyway, I've got loads of these little mice. It's quite a sturdy little one. Lots and lots of them. And I thought, it would be quite nice because usually I put a floral arrangement at Christmas on my mantelpiece, or some sort of some sort of floral thing, because I am actually a trained florist, believe it or not. Fox, but they're all called mice. So anyway, I thought I'd make some little stick houses. I'll show you when I've done. I'll see what it looks like and I'll show you what it looks like. So that's what I'm going to do as crafts. I'm going to get some stamps with Christmas snowflakes, Christmas trees, that sort of thing. So they can do some stamping as well. And yeah, that's what we'll do for crafts. And okay, so, and also I make some homemade gifts every year. Also, like when we buy, I'll talk about buying gifts in a second, and then I'll go on to that subject. So I'll talk about Christmas dinner. So typically we celebrate Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And what we have found over the years is don't change anything. We make exactly the same thing for Christmas Eve and exactly the same thing for Christmas Day. We don't, I thought that was my husband coming in, but if you hear banging, he's upstairs doing something. He's got an office upstairs. I think he's rearranging some things. Anyway, yeah, so we don't change anything. I've got loads and loads of Christmas magazines, a big pile of them that I've collected over the years. I don't buy magazines anymore, but I've kept, and I've got rid of all the other ones that I've ever owned, but I've kept the Christmas ones because I like to have a little flick through, see what there is to do, but I never do anything out of the ordinary because what we realised when we've tried to do different things, it doesn't work out. People like the same thing. They look forward to it. They look forward to having Christmas Eve dinner, which they know is going to be XYZ. And so that's what we do. Christmas Eve, we always have a roast pork. Sorry if you're vegetarian or vegan. We don't have any vegans or vegetarians in our immediate family. My brother is a vegan, but he doesn't come for Christmas. He lives in London, and he's single as well. He's got a daughter, but she's just gone to university this year, and he always works on Christmas because he works for the NHS, and then people in his department who have little kids can have the day off. So he works during Christmas, so he's not coming, but he is coming for my birthday because I'll be 60 this year and I'm having a little bit of a party. So yeah, so what we do a roast pork. So I digress, don't I? It's very annoying. I find it annoying myself, so you probably find it horrifying. Roast pork, dauphinoise potatoes, which if you don't know, they're layered potatoes with cream and garlic and baked, and leeks and peas. That's what we have for Christmas Eve. And then we have a chocolate log, and that's what we have every year, and everybody loves that. Everybody knows what they're getting. And then whatever we've got, any leftovers, that'll do for later on in the following week. So yeah, that's a Christmas Eve dinner. And then our Christmas Day dinner, we also have exactly the same thing every year because we found that that's what works. We don't deviate from it. So we have a turkey and a beef. We've ordered the turkey from our butcher. It's all a bit sad really, because we've ordered a turkey from the same butcher for years and years and years. And as you know, I live in Gower, and the butcher that we used to get the turkey from, we used to go and collect it from a farm down Gower. And I loved going there because you'd pass all the little villages and there'd be Christmas trees all lit up. And it gave you such a lovely Christmassy feeling because as you pass through all the villages, you could see all the Christmas decorations twinkling in people's houses, Christmas trees on village greens, all done up for Christmas. And the sea, it was just lovely. But they've closed. They're not doing it anymore. They've retired. And I loved going there because on their farm there'd always be birds of prey circling. I've seen red kites, buzzards, all different kinds of birds of prey, and I looked forward to that all year. But anyway, we won't be collecting our turkey from there this year. We'll be collecting it from someone else in Swansea Market. So we get a turkey, we get a beef, and oh, I'm not going to look at my phone. And we do roast potatoes, honey roasted parsnips and carrots, um, sprouts, bacon, and chestnuts, and pigs in blankets. That's a relatively new addition. So we've been doing that for about 10 years because that's my son-in-law liked that. We didn't used to have that because we weren't fussed, but my son-in-law loves those because they were a tradition in his family. So we started doing that, and so we do that every year now. Um, and two types of stuffing. We do like a bread stuffing and a sausage meat stuffing. And that's it. Just simple, actually simple. And it's so easy. Do all the prep the night before. Poof, in the oven in the morning. Anything is. Look away now if you don't want to know anything to do with meat, because I get up every Christmas morning, like I prep the veg the day before, but every Christmas morning I get up and I shove butter up the back of the turkey skin, like 2 packs of butter. Like I squish them so that they're a bit soft, and then I squish them up underneath the skin, which, well, you all know how to cook, I guess. So that's what I do, which is, it's all right. It's fine. That's what I do. And then for dessert, and then I always make a trifle, like my grandma did it. I'd make an old-fashioned jelly, custard, tin fruit trifle, because I just copy what my grandma did, and that's what I make. So I put a bit of cake in the bottom of a bowl. I put a bit of sherry on it, empty a couple of tins of fruit in it. Then I use the water, or the syrup. I don't use syrup. I use tin, like water, fruit and water. You can use syrup, but I don't. Then I make up. Hold on, I just want to check my phone. Don't know who's ringing me, messaging me. Just in case it's an emergency. Oh, no, it's not an emergency. Sorry about that. Yeah, so then I make up the jelly, pour it in, custard. I homemade custard. I make the custard myself, and whipped cream on top. Poof, there you've got a trifle. And then Christmas pudding, which I have made in the past. The same as I've made a Christmas cake in the past, but I'm not doing that this year. I haven't had time in November, and I feel like, oh, what's the point really? It makes a difference. So I have made Christmas cake and Christmas pudding in the past, but I'm not doing it this year. I've bought a Christmas pudding, and I haven't bought a Christmas cake yet, but I will. And also, my kids don't really like Christmas pudding, and neither does my son-in-law, and their kids definitely don't. So I'll have ice cream, not homemade, Joe's. If you live in Swansea, you'll know Joe's is a good ice cream, the best, I would say. Ice cream, and that's it. So in terms of gifts, how we organise our gifts, because there's not that many of us really, although I do buy gifts for other people outside my immediate family, but in terms of the immediate family, how we organise our gifts is we hand out lists, okay? So we give the same list to everybody, and then it's up to you and the people you're talking to discuss amongst each other whether who's getting what, okay? So for example, say my younger daughter gives me the list, and she gives her sister the list, her list, and then I'll say, oh, what are you getting from the list? And then she'll tell me, and then I'll say, well, I'm going to get this, and then, you know, my mum's going to get this, or whoever's going to get what. So we discuss amongst ourselves who's getting things from the list. We find that works really well for us, but if you had lots of people in your family, it might not work so well. And also the list, you can give your list, and you can have a lot of things on your list, but there's no expectation that you're going to get everything on the list. So you might have a list of 10 things. You might get 2 of those things or 10 of those things. It depends what you've got on the list. And also the list is supposed to have things of a medium price range, a lower price range. You can put something on that's got a higher price range if you wish. You can put anything you want on the list because the list is just a wish list. And yeah, so, and everybody does a list. The babies do a list. Well, the baby doesn't do a list, but you kind of know what he wants, don't you? And my granddaughter, who's 7, she does a list. She's written her list already. She's put the list into the universe. Oh, she is a bit funny with her list because she thinks the list goes to Father Christmas, and some of the things on the list are no longer available. And my daughter said to her that that's not available anymore. I've looked for it. You can't get it. And she said, Father Christmas can make it. Oh, okay, we'll see. But the point of the list is that you don't actually know. It kind of gives the element of surprise because you put it out there, but you don't know what you're getting or if you're going to get anything off it. You might or you might not. And I do think how it's worked in our family is that you generally do get things off your list. Although I did say to my husband this morning, we went to the shops, we went to actually buy toys for my grandchildren this morning. And to get some bits and pieces for the kitchen, which, oh, thank heavens, it's on the last. We're cooking with gas now, let's put it that way, with the kitchen. Hopefully, I've only got another week, maximum 2 weeks, I think maybe 2 weeks of the kitchen being in the state it is, and then it's going to be lovely. So anyway, yes, again, I digress. I said to my husband this morning about my list because my daughter said to me last night, oh, you've got the worst list. You're rubbish at giving a list, which to be fair, I am a bit rubbish at giving a list. They said, oh, the only person worse than you, the only person's list which is worse than your list is Dad's list. So I told my husband that. I said, I feel insulted, that they think my list is worse than your list because your list is terrible. So my husband said, well, I haven't even got your list. He said, what list have they got? I said, well, I've given you the same list as them. He said, you haven't given me a list. I was like, exactly. So I am a bit rubbish at my list. He said, my problem is I think of things that I might like, that I might want. And I think, oh yeah, about around June, July, August. I think, oh, I love that. But then I forget about it. So I don't want it that much, actually. So I think the list works for everybody else perfectly because they always when I say works for me perfectly, because everyone gives me their list and then I've got loads of options with what to buy people, which is what I like. But I'm not that good at giving my list. But yeah, so that's how we do Christmas, and we like it. And decorations. I'll talk about decorations. So I'm not one of these people that thinks that Christmas decor should be tasteful. No. My house at Christmas, it looks like Father Christmas threw up because I have quite a lot of Christmas decor. It's not tasteful. It's not coordinated. It's what I've collected from the year dot. Like, I've got things on my Christmas tree that my husband has had since he was a baby that I've had from my mother-in-law. I've had things that we've collected over the years. I've got things from our first Christmas tree together when we were first married. Things that because we couldn't really afford many things, little plastic ornaments, which I whack on the tree. I've got things that have been handmade, given to me by friends. I've got things that are handmade, given for by the children when they were small. But I love my tree, and I'm definitely gonna take a photo or a video when I've done my Christmas decorating. I'll show you what I mean. Speaking of these stickers, I like sticking stickers on the windows. So I take those stickers off. I'll try and save them. I'll stick them onto a plastic bag or something that hopefully I can remove them again and use them next year, because they're just those cling film stickers. If I can't, I chuck them away. Whatever. So I'll get a Christmas themed one soon, and I'll stick those up soon. But I've been waiting for the kitchen to be done because I'm not enjoying my house as a mess. So once that's done, I'll give the house a good clean. Can't wait. Give the house a good clean. Sort everything out. Put everything back in where they belong, and then I'll start doing some Christmas decorating. I typically don't decorate before the beginning of December anyway. But I think this weekend, I think the first is maybe a Sunday. This year, I think the first is a Sunday. So that is typically when I would be decorating, but I think that I'm busy that Sunday, so I might do it on the Saturday. So maybe the end of November. But as I say, in the past I've done it on my birthday weekend, which is the week before Christmas. I've done it the middle of December. Yeah, it depends. I read recently an article which said, don't run people down who decorate early for Christmas. Don't say, oh, well, give it a rest. It's not Christmas yet. It's too early. Any of those things. Because when times are dark and when people don't feel good about, for whatever reason, decorating for Christmas, putting up fairy lights, putting up their joyous decorations can make them feel happy. And I really identify with that. So this video has gone on for half an hour. I haven't said all I've got to say on Christmas, but there's a few weeks left to go. So hopefully you'll enjoy this video. You see, excuse all that. That's just like crap, basically. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you've watched, if you haven't, you don't know I said that. And thank you for subscribing. If you've subscribed, I've got to go. Somebody's on the phone. Thank you. Subscribe. Thank you. Bye.